Kaboom! That's right. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them. Oh, no.
Don't adjust your screens.
I am discombobulated at this moment.
I mean, JFB, you're not in the right spot. I'm not in the right spot. But
I'm definitely not in the right spot.
It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. It's Dynamite After Dark, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. Holy guacamole. First of all, through the magic of video, I produced an individual. I am a living God. I'm also known as the JFB, James from Boston. If you're wondering what the hell's going on like I am right now, Canada Dry is on assignment right now. In fact, I was told exclusively to start calling him war correspondent Canada Dry, as he will be calling in, I'm sure, throughout the rest of the show.
Look, if he's calling in, he's on a bullshit assignment. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? If the Canucks start going like 9 down in the first period, he's probably gonna turn it off and call in anyways for the rest of the night.
Oh, God bless him.
Wow, no faith for the Canucks.
No.
Fuck the Canucks.
Let's go to the American version of me, as I am an almighty God and therefore encompass everything. I'm talking about this guy right here. That guy.
It's me. It's that EVP basking in the glory of my idols on Dynamite. Just out there kicking ass as usual. It's GM Joe. How we doing, guys?
That's GM Joe.
Great.
I'm just gonna look. I just gotta say, before we go forward, can we all just please take a moment to lay our eyes on this beauty that Lord Ryan Rich is holding right now?
Wow.
Like, it is an AFW title in the flesh.
Dude, that is sick.
My
This
God.
is one of one.
Sick.
I'm just telling you, I played the lottery. If I win it, I am going to be offering Ryan Rich the largest sum of money a mortal man could ever imagine. Generational wealth will run through the Rich family.
Yeah.
Even more. Asterisk, even more.
Never mind setting up your family, JFB. You just want the belt.
As far as I'm concerned, state hospital for mom and
That's
dad.
what the middle fingers on that belt represent. Screw your family. Give me the belt.
This man below me is cracking me up. This man loves AFW so much, he's not only wearing a shirt that says so, he's got the belt to prove it.
Damn straight. I am Lord Ryan Rich, the pinnacle of perfection on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to be with you gentlemen tonight. The show was, I can't wait to get into it.
I can't either because, yeah. So
And Lord Ryan Rich made sure to take his edibles before, so it's going to be a fun one.
God, am I going to be the only sober one on this show tonight?
Yes.
Oh, God.
But I digress. We're talking about vitamins here. The guy in the corner That corner right there.
Once again, called from the bullpen. You guys don't all have to see me on Wednesday nights. I'm usually on the Sunday shows, but hey, every once in a while, you got to just call the closer.
Yeah. You can be up 10-0.
You know what? Sometimes your closer's got to go 6 outs.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, let's face
You
it.
need him.
Exactly.
And with all the Butler work he's been getting done from Caleb this week, he should be well rested.
I mean, my shoulder is feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. Speaking of Caleb.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
PCB.
Hey, Caleb.
PCB. PCB.
Oh my God. We
Your
got
week of
this guy.
servitude is almost over, Caleb.
What's up, noob?
Hey, noobs.
Oh man. And of course we're joined by
The sexiest voice in wrestling.
Mr. Saturday Night right there.
all I gotta say is when I hear good evening, gentlemen, I perk up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. Let's talk about the reason why we have gathered here today. It's because of the show by a wrestling promotion called All Elite Wrestling. It's Wednesday night Dynamite. We are Wednesday night Dynamite after dark.
After dark.
Yeah, which means things are gonna get sexier. Like 157.
I mean, do you see this? Do you see this?
I gotta tell you.
I mean, we're on the verge of 80s porn just with my presence alone.
I feel like you should be accepting an award for best actor or best mutton chops in a movie.
Best seventh best cameo with chops in a C movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna definitely get one of those AVN awards next year.
I'm hoping to get to Vegas next year, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe if my OnlyFans can support me a little bit, we can get all the way there.
No,
Lord Ryan Rich to Vegas.
We're going to start a petition. Lord Ryan Rich to Vegas.
Yeah.
For the AVN award.
Get it trending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, X, do what you're supposed to do.
I don't even know what they call the AVN award, like the pornies or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
EVP is Sexy Man Alive.
Hey Caleb, what about the Showtime Shane? What do you got my assistant? What do you got to say about that?
He already said my Showtime King.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
He got you first, don't worry.
No.
Oh man. Woo. Anyways, we open Copeland on the phone. And I don't know who this new backstage girl is, but I don't like her.
You know what?
Don't like her.
She's better than Marvez.
I mean, she's better than everybody except for Mary Paquette. So unless she's birthing yet another beautiful granite child by John Moxley, where is she?
It is odd that they're in Canada this week and they stacked this card full of Canadians.
Yeah.
But no Renee.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't see Mox either. Are they on a vacation?
That could be it.
Couple weeks off.
I think he's in Japan.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's with him then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our Japanese contingent who watched this
Let
show,
us know in the comments.
yeah, tell us in the comments.
We need you.
My God. Not all of us are well informed. Even I am at a loss. By the way, you're going to hear a pop. That's a cicada. Okay.
They're out.
Brood X, baby.
Like I run out of the house. Things freak me out. Anyways,
They're weird.
we find out with this woman who's not Renee Paquette. I was like, "Where's Renee?" Like I was looking around, like, "Where's Renee?" Like I was waiting for her to be knocked out, and then this woman was going to be the reporter for the Elite.
Well, I honestly, JFB, I think that she's the lesser expensive new Dasha Gonzalez in the interview world
You could be right.
God.
because they just let her go.
Well, anyways,
I didn't know that shit.
we found out the match is going to be a no DQ, no duh. Like, you have to set up for the possibility that we're going to have a new champ, and it's going to be by Malachi Black. The building up to it, which is wearing down the champion. The champion is not going to be at 100%. He might not be even at 20%.
Well, revealing it to be the main event also means that anything could happen.
Correct. I mean, shenanigans abound. That's
In a
all.
no DQ match, a title could always change hands.
Yeah. By the way, before we even get to any action in the arena, in the ring, the Elite show up. Obviously with a cameraman in the trunk, which is very dangerous. But apparently the laws in Canada are way different than the laws in America because you couldn't pull that shit off. That's an insurance issue.
Can we just talk about why Matthew asked the cameraman to be buckled in to drive 5 feet?
Yeah.
It's an insurance issue, liability.
Sure.
They're in the company car. They got to play it by the book.
Yeah.
Well, and also their local workforce authorities. You don't want like our version of OSA coming over and stuff with them.
Yeah.
EVP has best program.
Pretty good.
Oh, God. Let the ass kissing begin. It's like an apple polisher over there, Caleb is. Oh, man, oh, man. Anyways, match will be a no DQ. I love the Elite opener. It was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
This is this might be in all years that I've watched the Young Bucks progress. This might be the best work they've ever done in their entire lives.
It's definitely up there.
It's one of my top 2.
Yeah, what they are doing right
I think so. It's up there.
is setting something up that's going to last for maybe 2-3 years. And it'll eventually peter out as you cycle through wrestlers and this and that. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Oh, we will.
I got a bone to pick. Anyways, we finally get to our first match. Holy crap. Orange Cassidy. He's taking on Trent. Here's some of my notes. Orange looks angry, like angry red. Like he's not orange anymore. He is blood orange.
I called it.
Blood orange.
I called it last week.
I like the redacted tees that the wrestlers will wear. It's just awesome. It just is just at best.
Yeah.
Black taped out. It was
With
absolutely.
his face, yeah.
They need to make that shirt to look exactly like that. That's all I'm saying. You know, the JFB would buy it. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. And basically what we get is we get a grudge match hockey fight. Pretty much throughout the entire match. That's exactly what we got. But there's 2 observations I have. One is it's a shame that this is the only way the Oilers will ever find happiness, win or a loss. Sorry, I'm just saying.
They're actually up 1-0 right now. I've glanced it over on my screen.
Who's up?
Oilers are up 1-0 right now. 12 minutes in the.
Oh, boy.
Bunch of hosers. Anyway.
What a bunch of hosers.
A bunch of hosers.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, Trent asserted himself in a way that could only be described as probably the best ass kicking I've ever seen in my entire life. He beat that man so unmercifully that Don Callis got involved.
Yeah.
Preventing Orange Cassidy from getting anything more than what he's already taken. It leads him up the ramp. Yeah, Trent was robbed. That's what was in my notes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Joe, Shoot. Tell me what you thought about the first match.
The wrong guy won.
Yep.
Like, I know it's Orange Cassidy, but this story, like, you're basically cutting the legs out from underneath before it even gets going with having Orange Cassidy win.
Yep.
I was honestly, I was kind of hoping Trent here wins by hook or crook, and then OC can get the big win at Double or Nothing, and in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something.
That would have made more sense.
No, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I predicted that last week too. I predicted it would be him and Statlander. They would join the family.
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay.
Come to me. Come to my learning tree.
But yes, but other than the wrong person winning, in my opinion, like, I love that AEW actually uses the stipulations when they have their matches.
Yeah.
Like, and they're really liberal. Like, I like it. This was fun. It was entertaining.
Right.
Like, you got to see a different side of Orange Cassidy, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because it's better than just the lackadaisical, sloth like
old.
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
And some people's opinions.
Well, let's hear your
It is
opinion, Lord Ryan Rich.
Well, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say, first of all, I had Trent winning this match. I thought that Trent winning would build more heat.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to have the heel go over at least once, I thought. So you would expect me to come on in here and say that it's a bad choice for OC to win. Well, I'm not gonna do it. Because I'm the biggest Orange Cassidy mark in town. And anytime he gets a win, it makes this buckaroo happy. Points or no points.
I mean, considering you had a title match tonight, you probably shouldn't be happy, but you know.
Hey, Double or Nothing is right around the corner. Let me tell you,
Faction Warfare.
it's going to be that. I think this is your year, Rich.
Hey, I've already held the belt once, and I did it for quite a long time, so I feel pretty confident. I came in second last year in Faction Warfare, just to the line, and we've been whipping their ass all year, so I don't feel too bad about that neither.
I feel like your AFW belt's going to show up in a porn movie somewhere. I'm not sure how, but we're going to be like, oh, that's our belt.
Lord Ryan Rich, if you win the title, you need to recreate the Shawn Michaels pose picture.
Ooh. Now, if we're going to talk marketing and get a calendar together, then I need 11 other individuals to join me in some sort of quest.
I'm in.
We already know that you're in, dude.
I got you.
Oh, I'll do it. No
You only had to offer him a Sixer, frickin' Budweiser, and he was in, bud.
Oh, my God.
You didn't even have to offer him anything. Just wait till he's drank a
how is that
couple
more-
and say something. and you're good.
How is that more Canadian than the actual Canadian of the show? How is that possible? Hey.
Oh, we have such fun times. We are having fun.
Showtime, Shane. Tell us what you thought about the first match.
I think the wrong guy won like everybody else, except I think it might lead to not only Trent winning the next one, but it's going to be the super heel turn with the Callis family joining them or whatever. So, which I think it's also going to eventually lead to Will Ospreay getting ousted because he's going to be too big of a baby face with the heel group. So that'll go with separate ways.
But you know what? Just think if they stuck with it and OC did join Don Callis' family. Like, his first match in AEW was against Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door, the first one.
Yeah.
So that would be some long-term storytelling that you could wrap in there, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's due to happenstance or if that was planned.
Oh, I think it's purely coincidental, but I'm just saying, if you want to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole, there's a line.
Okay. Shane, your thoughts? Or you gave them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
Already given their piece.
So go back to the Bucks driving in the car. They park basically where they want to park. And
they park in TK's spot is where they park.
In TK's spot. And the lingering shot there that this is Tony Khan. So for your cat, because here's the thing with professional wrestling, and which has always been a bitch and complaint of mine, which is this: it's too kid oriented, it's too casual fan oriented. But then I understand reasons why, and this isn't a reason. The casual fan is going to look up who's Tony Khan. Well, he's the CEO. Well, who are these guys? And they're going to start watching. Like, that's how you turn a casual fan into a fanatic.
Oh, he's associated with an NFL team. Oh, he's associated with a soccer team. Oh, wow. This guy's got his finger in a lot of pies.
Yeah. Yeah. Blueberry, strawberry, rhubarb. I mean,
I was going to say rhubarb. You took it right out of my mouth.
Woo. Love me some rhubarb.
You got to have a Boston cream pie, too.
Hey. Yeah. That's my favorite donut of all time, hands down.
Absolutely, sir. We are right here.
That's why you're my teddy bear.
Absolutely.
My favorite type of pie is the same as the rocks, but I'm not going to repeat the word on there.
Oh my God.
So, it's spicy.
We get a video package of Omega's assault. And probably one of the greatest promos that Jack Perry's ever cut in his entire life.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's years and years of frustration and anger of always being associated with Jack Perry.
Or you mean Luke Perry?
Oh, Luke Perry, I mean, yeah. Like,
or just Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that too.
And going to wrestling, like taking wrestling serious, because deep down inside, he's always been a good wrestler that was really bad at promos. Until in the last couple of weeks have disproved that he is far beyond Jungle Boy. Like, this is his evolution. And I don't think it's a persona, good or bad, that we're ever going to see disappear. I think it's brilliant. Oh, God bless America. Anyways, then we get the Omega.
Can I speak on that for a second?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Just one second. Mark your calendar. Third time counting back to me last week. I said that Jungle Boy has become a jungle man, and that he has finally got material to actually write a good promo with real suffering that he's went through. That's not the loss of his father, and it's coming out, and he's matured and he's become a man. That's all.
Okay. EVP?
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I think his time in New Japan has helped his character immensely.
He tied with the right people in New Japan too. At that time, it was House of Torture.
Like, he's still part of House of Torture in New Japan. Like he has a 6-man tag coming up soon.
Yeah.
In New Japan Strong.
Yeah.
So he's in a double faction, which is like beneficial for him.
Which is kind of funny because they're basically all just splinter cells of Bullet Club as a whole.
Yeah, I know. It really is.
Oh man, Shane, what did you think of the promo?
Oh no, honestly, I can't disagree. But like, it's great to see this evolution of Jack Perry, and they're coming off kind of trying to play like a slight victim at the same time. It's beautiful. But like, with the Young Bucks, it's the right package right now.
Yeah. I mean, so we get Jack Perry's promo, and then we get Omega's promo, which is kind of the answer to the Jack Perry promo. He's in an ER. He's in a gown. He's got all kinds of shit around him to make it look like it's bigger than what they are filming in, which is obviously a set.
Like McMahon in the hospital back in the day on air on Raw.
I've been to city hospitals, but there's some country hospitals. None of them look.
I've been to like emergency care walk-ins that are more professional than that.
I mean, shit.
mean, is that the vaunted healthcare in Canada that I hear?
I might
No.
might possibly been a Canadian facility.
No, that was a great combo deal, a Holiday Inn and a emergency room combo. You love it. You see it all along the northern border between Canada and like Montana. Great quality care, and then you get a good night's rest afterwards. Very affordable.
I know of a place.
What is it, two loonies?
It's got a heart-shaped tub.
Oh, I don't even know how to top that.
I think you can. Let's keep going. Omega talks about business. It's about business. He understands business. Blah, 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 blah. He reveals that he's the EVP, so I guess he's pulling the strings for AEW. He's basically Sting in this little corporate gimmick. Because I don't know when we're actually going to see Kenny Omega. And to be honest, there's some dirt sheet writers that are saying the exact same thing, which I have never said in my entire life, but I agree with. Kenny Omega needs to retire.
Oh.
Because diverticulitis is no joke. I mean, this is like something that could kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the surgery, there's not 100% that they got it all or that he won't get it somewhere else.
But Brock did come back from it. But then again, Brock's a specimen of a human being compared to most other men. So there's that.
Well, Brock's wasn't as bad as Kenny Omega's was. He didn't need surgery. He controls it through medication. But
well, it depends too, because it's the leaking of the capillaries inside of your intestines.
Yeah.
My father had it when he was 15. I've told it before. He almost died. He was in the hospital 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So after that, within I think 9 weeks, he was playing basketball under my grandma's nose, saying he was studying at the library, getting ready to try out for the varsity basketball team. So I guess it depends upon the severity, but like I said, there was a very good chance that my dad was going to die from it. So I think it depends upon what happens and when and how. Everybody's different. Every person is every biology. Yeah. So you have to take that into account too.
None of us are doctors. No medical
Yep.
advice here.
Yep. Nope. This is all just what I've heard.
Nobody knows their body better than Kenny himself. So
that is always true. Someone will always know their body best. Now it's whether or not knowing your body best is one thing. If you're gonna lie to yourself, that's something completely different.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're gonna actually listen to your body, that's a completely different story, though.
That's being honest. It's being true right here in the heart.
All right. So Kenny calls the match. It's the Elite, Jack Perry, Okada, and the Bucks. And they're going to be taking on FTR and 2 mystery partners, which we'll get to because they don't tell you until the end of the show, like a good promotion does. By the way, I want to just mention that we're going to, until Tony Khan makes his triumphant return, for those in prediction leagues, just book Elite to win. Just do it. We get them on a losing streak where it gets evened out.
It does seem like a solid strategy, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it'd be hard to book when you got a bunch of champions in one stable, you book them to lose. That's kind of like a bad booking decision right there. But look what happened in the Trenton Orange match earlier. So,
look what just happened at the last pay-per-view. You had Eddie Kingston, who was a champion. You had Copeland, who was a champion, and they lost House of Black. Non-champions.
Yeah. Oh, and Briscoe is the ROH champion.
Was the champion.
Yeah. He took the pick.
He was the ROH world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot of things. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, so that's the match we're going to get. Shivani gets in with Deeb. I want to break this down. I didn't take notes because, to be honest with you, it's very well known on the show, amongst this panel as well, that I am a huge Deeb head. I love Serena Deeb. In the years that I've watched this woman wrestle, I have maybe heard 2 or 3 promos. The one that she delivered tonight is number 1 on the worst promos I have ever seen or heard in my entire life. Tony Schiavone looked like a hostage. Hey, little man.
Hey, buddy. It was lethargic.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Hey, Connor.
Okay, so
Can I speak on this real quick?
yeah, go right ahead.
This should have been a sit down interview.
Yeah,
I think
you're
it would
right.
have felt more like, and honestly, like, I don't take this wrong. There's a reason why they don't ever give Serena Deeb the mic, and this sort of proved it. She is very monotone, very what I'm looking for, like robotic, I guess, in how she delivers. Like, I get what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So you're setting up a very long, difficult road for anyone who isn't the elite to win the men's world championship. And I mean, it's a tangled web. I don't think the elite are going to get the heavyweight belt anytime soon. But I think they play a part in it in some way.
Yeah.
Shape,
They're playing that whole prod thing with them looking like they're yelling at Swerve or whatever, going, "Oh, hey, whatever, buddy." And if they even walk by at the time, that's who's to know.
Yeah. Like, they're building an amazing storyline, but this is the worst short-term story I have ever seen in my entire life. For those who are on the fence, is it worth watching Swerve knowing he's going to win, take on Christian? Is it really worth it? Is there another match besides those two? And then you're like, oh, the women's heavyweight title. Well, who's Serena Deeb? All right, I'm going to tune in and watch. And I'm going to be like, I don't get it. How is she a contender? How is she the number contender for this belt?
She's been on a winning streak.
And then she gives the saddest song I've ever heard in my entire life, as if a million people were playing the same note on the world's tiniest violin. I don't care. Like, it's a knee injury, but she goes into this 10-minute diatribe about her condition. And Tony Schiavone has to interrupt in order to get this to move, because you have to bring out the thing that's going to save your ass. You bring out the champion, and the champ delivers an amazing promo and saves it. Now I'm kind of interested. I'm a little interested.
I will say,
yes,
instead of that last line that Tony Storm cut saying that she didn't give a shit, I really wanted her to say, everything you've been through in the last year and a half is nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you on the 26th. That's what I wanted her to say.
Missed opportunity.
And her sell of that punch from Serena Deeb is absolute perfection.
Oh.
Like, she just was stiff as a board and just fell back. It was great.
It was amazing. Right on a button.
It was way too long of a segment. It was way too damn long. She could have said what she said into like 5 minutes. It was, holy God, or less than 5 minutes. Like, that was such a lethargic promo.
I feel like no one in the crowd cared. I don't even think most of the people in the crowd even were aware this was being televised.
Oh, people were probably going for pee breaks or grabbing beers at the time, to be brutally honest.
Did they know something I didn't know? Because I should have taken a pee break. I'd be like, oh, this is a great. Tony Storm enters right in as soon as I'm done peeing. Like, I mean, it made no sense whatsoever. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts?
Well, as usual, I'm going to take a different approach.
Well, of course, and I appreciate that.
And I'm going to say that Serena Deeb is a victim tonight, because those Edmonton fans were shite They were a whole bunch of shite. She's out there trying to spill her heart out about seizures. She probably went to Tony Khan, had to text him. You know what kind of thumb strength that takes? She had to text that man to get extra time to talk about seizures so she could make seizure awareness. You understand about seizures? Seizures! And I pray to the good Lord above, that woman never experienced no seizure in her life, because she might at any time. She made that perfect clear, but you're too preoccupied chanting Oilers, Oilers, Oilers to let the woman speak. Y'all a bunch of disrespectful hicks. And I'll wash my hands of you. Yeah.
You're not wrong about people from Edmonton. They are all.
The Vancouver and decides to pitch his tent in this fight and to go to war with Edmonton. Oh my God! Take it
It's
from
my
me.
personal mission.
Yeah, the Civil War. Only the people who won think it's funny as fuck. There are a lot of butthurt people in the South who still.
Yes, there are. I've lived there.
My God, between the moose
And you moved there, JFB.
and all this shenanigans going on. I'm surprised a Democratic Northerner has survived as long as I have in the state of Tennessee. No, against Tennessee or Nashville. I love Nashville, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I got stories. Anyways, crap. Anybody else want to pitch in what they thought about Serena Deeb, or can we?
No, let's not. We're going to go too long on something that went too long.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, how do you follow that up? You don't. It was just.
I know how we follow it up with an equally perplexing women's match.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. But before we get to that match, oh my God, how can I forget? It's Rocky Romero.
Azúcar.
Sugar something. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not really aware. I know one word.
It's sugar.
Yeah. I don't know what the rest of it was.
It's just Rocky Sugar Romero.
Oh, Rocky Sugar Romero. That's original. It's not like 14 or 15, 25,000 other boxers have decided to use the nickname Sugar.
Sugar Shane.
Oh, my God.
Sugar Shane, Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Well, this is Azúcar, so it's a little different.
Yeah. Regardless.
Why you gotta be bringing heat on my people tonight, guys?
For some reason,
Why you gotta be bringing heat on my people?
he comes into the back.
Órale, arriba la raza.
Yeah. Check on.
Vatos locos. Oye, órale.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm in an initiation.
Don't make me go cholo in here, okay? Don't make me go cholo.
Somebody's watching too much AAA wrestling. Anyways.
Triple A.
Yeah. He comes in, when Orange Cassidy's using an ice pack, he's like, hey man, if you're feeling up to it Saturday, why don't you and Trent join me and we win the trios?
He said if he wins.
If he wins, right.
Yeah.
So like now establishing it, Rocky Romero has a cold night in hell. Chance of winning is now been upgraded to not as frozen. So cold.
He actually said, why don't you and Trent mend fences?
Yeah. What do you think about mending fences after that horrible match you just had with each other?
He broke our other friend's leg and ended his career.
We're at a point where everybody's got to choose a side. Are you team?
I'm trying to win some gold here. Could you guys put your shit together like somewhere else and like help me win this belt?
It's ridiculous. Oh my God. This whole Rocky Romero bullshit is just confounding me.
But to be fair, Orange Cassidy's reaction to that was priceless.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got Rocky Romero is completely oblivious of anything that's going on.
You know what, JFB? His name is Azúcar, right? Which is sugar.
Sugar.
But I think what he should be called is mierda, which is shit.
Yo, yeah.
Rocky Mierda Romero.
I like it. Whew, man, high school Spanish, all I still remember is, hi, my name is James. Where's the bathroom? How much is that beer?
Puedo ir al baño, por favor.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could use the word clean or acceptable, but unfortunately, even the hotel bathroom was pretty raunchy. So, anyways, we get to our second match. Mariah May. We have Harley Cameron with Soraya. Apparently, the Outcast, which was going to be an amazing storytelling mechanism, right, has now turned into we're just accepting anyone because she's not from America. She's not from a WWE.
Yeah, she is an AEW original talent.
Yes.
Homegrown talent.
I thought she did some background work for WWE previously.
No.
Like as a dancer or something.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
That does not count.
I'm just trying to connect the dots.
Doesn't count. Well, it counts if you wrestle or whatever you did before that. But anyway,
Works for me.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. I don't know why she got this match. We get shenanigans all right. I don't know why she's in that.
Well,
anyways,
do you know of the what? If you reference what they said, what was it last week? They called her Tiny Storm instead of it.
Yeah.
Soraya and Harley. So that's what set up this match.
Yeah.
Was calling her Tiny. So that's why that's why they had the match.
Shenanigans already happened. Basically, Cameron's in the lead pretty much the entire match. Mariah gets her licks in. It was a little bit better than I thought it was. I thought this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't expecting anything from this. But you now learn that Mariah May not only is one of the greatest women wrestlers wrestling today, but this woman can carry a match because she had to carry this match against Harley Cameron. This thing was better than I expected. I don't know why Miro all of a sudden showed up, but she does. We get a fake makeout session. And it's just, yeah. So anyways, let's go to our, let's go to EVP Joe. EVP Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, this match was fine. Like I said, better than I thought it was. But there's absolutely no reason why Harley Cameron should have had nearly as much offense on Mariah May as she did.
Yeah.
None.
No. She looked like Brock freaking Lesnar.
Yeah. Like, and then you said, I guess, I feel like they got to be setting something up for Forbidden Door with Mariah May and her former partner from Stardom. Like, because there's reports out today that Stardom was going to be involved with Forbidden Door this year, which is awesome.
Well, because Stardom is now owned by New Japan Pro Wrestling. Don't let anybody fool you. That thing ain't independent anymore. It is.
No. But they wanted it last year, but
yeah,
Stardom had a big show on the same day as Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, match was fine. Just I'm ready for them to push the storyline with Mariah May and Toni Storm forward a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for at this point.
Well, let's go to Lord Ryan Rich. Your thoughts, my friend.
So something to take into consideration also is that Harley Cameron and Mariah May are like best friends in real life. So this is definitely Mariah May putting over her friend, doing, giving her the rub and on TV and stuff like that. But I thought that, that the match was better than it should have been. I definitely agree with that statement. But I thought Harley, like in the movements, like in the kicks and everything, it looked super clean. Like it was straight. Like she has a dancing background along with the singing and everything else. So she looks good. She just doesn't have a real style yet. But Mariah May is a monster, and I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. And what could happen is maybe you have Mariah May and tag at Double or Nothing, and then someone turns on someone, and that's your match at Forbidden Door.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Book it now.
Okay. Showtime Sugar Shane.
Honestly, yeah, you could literally kind of tell Mariah carried a lot of that match, but not to say that Harley's terrible, but at the same time, it's just kind of some things seem a little lethargic here or there. But I'm looking forward to the future with like Tony Storm adventure. Like, there's got to be Mariah May and Tony Storm. And I agree. Like Rich, like Mariah May is like the future of AEW. Is the way it's looking right now. Like, she's going to be the most marketable star within a year or two. For they could be the champ and everything else on top of that.
Well, I could see Tony versus Mariah being like all in.
Yeah,
if Jamie Hayter's not ready to go, they could do it then, or they could extend it out past that if Jamie's like ready to come back.
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you, we're getting a 4-way match at All In for the women.
That's a very good possibility too, of all those names we mentioned.
The AEW version of Bayley, where Bayley is actually not going to have a one-on-one shot with anybody. She's going to be in triple threat matches her entire career. So her last 3 defenses or 2 defenses were triple threat matches. Why?
I didn't realize that.
There's something about Bayley, her maybe losing a step.
Yeah.
Them not having confidence that she's going to be able to carry a match like Bianca Belair can, or Becky Lynch can, or any other woman besides Bayley.
Well, so Bianca Belair is busy carrying another person around right now with the tag team title, so she's busy in that department.
Yeah, like we don't need triple threat matches.
No.
That belt was prestigious enough with Tony Storm carrying it. That deserves the same reverence as any other belt, or even better than some of the belts that are out there. Should hold the same reverence as the men's heavyweight world title. Mm-hmm. No reason not to be. So to have a 3-way is shenanigans. But it's setting up Soraya for a run at Tony Storm or whoever wins.
I hope not. I'm no interest to see that again.
No. Yeah. So Pac is doing a promo with the new girl, who's not Renee.
Non-Renee?
Yeah, call her not Renee. That's
the new name, not Renee.
Yeah.
So then he gets interrupted by Jay White and the Bang Bang Gang. For a second there, I thought maybe they won the IWGP 6-man never win. And I'm looking at it going, okay, it's the original AEW.
Yeah.
The scissor title and then the Ring of Honor title.
Yep.
Okay.
They started doing this last week.
I think we should get the House of Black titles too, so they could carry 4 of them around. 12 titles.
I made the joke last week. Like this time last week, Kevin Nash said he watched an episode of Dynamite and that there was too many titles on the show. So Tony Khan was like, okay, bet, and just sit here, guys, carry around more titles.
He carries it on the belt. I love it.
Yeah, I like
the other trophy he's won.
Jay White's got him on the bat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like it. It's cool, but they're glued to that. Those are replicas glued to that bat because you'll know
they don't move.
They don't move.
Yeah.
They don't move at all. Now, I'm sorry, but last time I checked, bats are not rough. They're smooth, which means there should be no friction whatsoever.
You know what, though? That's a hell of a weapon.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. The belt, the belt.
I shall slay you with my bats and belts.
Whew, man, Malachi Black, he gives us a super scary video promo. What did you guys think?
I missed this one, so I had to step away for a second.
Okay. Well, you know what? It was super scary. That's all.
Yeah, it's kind of going back to remind me of some of the old Malachi Black days when there was promos and stuff like that. Or even back at the Aleister Black in WWE when he had to come knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, basically the gist of it is Malachi is talking to Adam and saying that you embraced your darkness once to get to be the rated R superstar, but then you wanted to set it aside for a family and everything else. Now you have this resurgence and you don't want to pay respect to the darkness. Well, I'm going to reintroduce you to the darkness.
Ooh. I got tingles. That's super spooky. The Malachi Black is kind of a spooky guy. You should listen to him on podcast.
I know.
He is out there. I mean, I get his I get it. I get why he has the faith that he has. But man, so that stuff is big time heavy.
Yeah,
I will say,
The man's a writer.
there's a channel out there. I don't want to plug them because but they did the whole history of like Tommy N to Malachi Black, like just the whole lore behind it.
Mhm.
And he went out and said, "You guys are spot on. This is amazing."
Wow.
Like, yeah. So
Okay.
if you want to know, reach out. We can talk offline. I'll tell you about it.
Okay. I think we got a winner. So, anyways, again, awesome Bucks video package. You know what? Like, I'm waiting for it to not say AEW Dynamite, but Elite presents Dynamite. Like that.
Oh, that would be great.
Like you have.
Or they've actually taken over one day and having like Elite over the banners and
But
stuff.
make
like that.
it like in an NWO font with the black and white.
Yeah,
I would laugh so hard.
Yeah.
It's either that or they scratch out the A and put the T for the Elite Wrestling.
yeah.
Mm. I like that.
Possibilities are endless.
Abound.
Anyway,
Stop, Alexa. Christ, you guys trigger some shit. I don't know what it was.
Swerve.
Dude, I used to have one hooked up, but I remember when one night I left the WWE network on, and Alexa Bliss, they were calling her name on commentary, like Cole, and she started going. I'm like, okay, this Alexa's done, because it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I passed out, and it's catching that off the TV, waking me up. Now I'm like, oh, you little.
Oh, that's great.
His brother is watching, and he's not happy with your sleep patterns, my son.
No.
Like the Canadian government would ever do anything like that. That's some Trump
No.
shit there.
Not at all.
This is why I'm pro Canada. He's in a pissed off fighting mood. Swerve is. He comes out without Prince Nana, which I thought was really interesting. And he says everybody wants a piece of you, hypothetically or literally, referencing his loss of his dread that got yanked out of his head a couple weeks ago or a week ago.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Last week, yeah.
So Christian is talking about, he's basically talking about how he's going to chip away, taking little piece of you after piece of you after piece of you after piece of you. And he makes mention that he outnumbers Swerve, and that's when the Mogul Embassy comes in. So literally in my notes, I wrote down, guess the Mogul Embassy is face. Because why else in the world would you have a heel Swerve? I don't think it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And then you finally understand what he's talking about, what Christian's talking about. Because the Mogul Embassy turned on Swerve. And so then I have ... Nope. They beat the ever-living hell out of Swerve, leaving him eventually face up on a destroyed announce table. Wow. I was skeptical about having Christian as being the number one contender for the Swerve belt. I knew that it was capable of happening because Christian is an amazing heel wrestler, and Swerve is a great tweener wrestler that's right now wrestling as a face. What concerned me was how they're going to short-term story tell this. And then they had tonight. And watching Swerve get beat down by Mogul Embassy when Prince Nana is not there, which makes you question, is Prince Nana going to be with Mogul Embassy, or is he going to be with Swerve? Swerve's his meal ticket at this point.
Didn't he get beaten up last week too, though?
He did get beaten up last week, but if Swerve can show up, Prince Nana can show up. That's how a valet or a manager works. Think Missy Hyatt would take a powerbomb and not show up the next day for tapings? Hell no. She'd come in on a walker with like a crooked back, all jacked up, and she'd cut a promo.
Beulah and ECW would take a pile driver and keep on going.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know how many pile drivers Beulah and Francine took, like through tables, whatever. And Mae Young was taking top rope power bombs through tables.
Yeah,
not just top rope, off of the freaking entrance ramp onto a table, like 10 feet below.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then apparently she farted on Bubble Ray after too. Like after they were done that, like when they were sitting there, he said that she farted on him.
I know.
So what do we think about the overall storytelling about this? Because that was my concern, is the storytelling, and they nailed it. I give a shit about this match.
I knew the moment NBC came to the ring, it's like, that's it right here. Like I smelt it a mile away. So because everybody was like, well, where the hell were they last week? He's getting beaten down by a crew, and his crew's not showing up, and Nada's getting beaten up too, and none of these guys show up, and then they just happen to be there tonight.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's powerful. No, it's pretty powerful. Yeah.
Okay, so I think this was stupid, personally.
Oh, here's the one with a controversial take this time.
I think having the Mogul Embassy turn on Swerve just to turn on Swerve is stupid. Do I think it should have happened? Yes, but this should have happened in 2 weeks on the Go Home show. We should have seen little vignettes or something, lay a little bit of the groundwork for this, because this felt like a swerve just for a swerve, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Like it came out of nowhere for no reason, rather than, we got to build up the controversy for the champion. He has enough. He's already facing 3 guys.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I guess maybe it was to build up how much of a sinister Christian really is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm flabbergasted by that.
Well, and then are they actually joining Christian, or it's just them just screw jobbing Swerve for the sake of screw jobbing them, and they disappear in their own group again?
I don't know, but they're going to fall into oblivion after this because
they pretty much were anyways. This is like
all right. I'll go backstage with Willow. So we go from an amazing, probably one of the best segments in a long time, to Willow. And don't get me wrong, I love Willow to death. We talk about her all the time. I can sing nothing but praises for Willow, but she tries to cut a heel-style promo referencing the loss back in Japan for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's title, and talks about Double or Nothing, which kind of leads me to believe, like, now I figure Monet doesn't necessarily win. And I think they take her down a dark path So Monet can be the face. And then they intertwine again, and that's when Monet takes it. I've seen Monet as a heel.
I don't know how they're going to turn, how they would turn Willow heel. Like her attitude, her everything about her just screams babyface.
No, man, they're not, because Willow isn't winning. She's dropping the belt to Mercedes, and Statlander is going to cause her the win, and she's going to join with Trent and the family that night. That will be the night that Callis turns on OC as well.
Yeah, what exactly I'm guessing to you at the same time. We'll get to something else later, but I've been just saying there's been hints of Mercedes showing she's going heel more and more with every promo that's been taking place. Including the whole, like, her first one where, she got jumped in the dark. Like I said, I believe all along was she staged it. She had the lights turned off herself and made it look like she got beaten up.
Well, listen, you have a parallel there, though, because if Willow loses, like, by something that's really not her fault, then it's kind of like when Mercedes lost that because of something she couldn't control. That way you can keep riding Mercedes as this in-between, we don't know what she really is, while you still keep Willow as a baby face, but take the belt off her.
Yeah.
We'll see. Possible.
Anything is possible in professional wrestling. We all know that. Damn. Anyways. Jay White is taking on Rocky Romero in our third match. Here's some of my notes. With the win stipulation, could we see a Rocky Romero win? Like, I thought it was preposterous. I'm like, what buffoon would think this is a good idea? But I kind of invested in the match. I shouldn't have. This match is misplaced. Lots of other shows that finally accumulates on the Dynamite. Casual Dynamite fan doesn't necessarily want to watch another 3 hours of wrestling. Not when there's a Rambo marathon on DirecTV. I can watch Collision. I'm watching Rambo. I'm watching all 7 Iron Eagle films. I mean, it's endless.
Ooh-wee.
Turn on FX and just watch Marvel movies all day long.
Yeah. FX has the movies at one time. That's their motto. And I'm like, the only movies you got is the Marvel movies.
My FX in Canada, all they usually show is Another Sunny Day in Philadelphia.
I mean, like, sprinkle some diversity in there. Like, you know.
Hey, they put on, like, Star Wars.
Yeah. When?
Sometime.
To be fair, Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by Disney, so that's to be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Seriously.
It's serendipitous. Synergy.
I digress. White's doing really good. You know, Romero is a butt kisser, according to Don Callis, who I thought was a good thing. I want to say this. I'm a big Taz fan. I've been a fan since he was in ECW. I've been on his radio show many times back in the day when he had his radio show and his podcast. And the brother's hurting. He's got 2 bad knees.
Yeah.
2 bad shoulders.
Got shoulders.
Neck issues over the years.
Yep. So he wasn't there this week. We got Don Callis, and don't get me wrong, Don Callis is just ridiculous. Like, just so over the top ridiculous. Like, he's a goon. Like, he's just a goon. To death, and I love what he offers. But get it right, man. He's a goon. Like, I missed Taz on the mic this week, and he said he'll be there next week, and I'm sure he will be. But it was just weird. So, anyways, I mean, I like the pace of the match. You know, I think the person who should have won actually won. I think I predicted it that way as well. But but Pac comes in with shenanigans. Let's go to Showtime, Sugar Shane.
Are we talking about the Romero match? I can't even remember which match we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about Romero and
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm not surprised. Like they put on a match what I expected, because especially with the New Japan connection, ROH, and other places like that over there. They come from the same system. They worked the same system for many, many years. So if they put on the type of match I figure it would be, but then, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it was good. Actually, it was good. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Let's go to Joe.
yeah, I feel the same way, Shane. Like it was I really enjoyed the match. It's what I expected from two guys who have worked probably multiple times in New Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like they've done this match before without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was a good match, no complaints. Right guy won. So hey.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, this was a fun match to watch. I pretty much agree with everyone else. I don't think really a lot more needs to be said on it. But it was a perfect example of how to have a match that's maybe filler, but that can still connect a story, but that doesn't have to just be like a squash or something else. It can be something meaningful.
Yeah. Let's go, Sugar Shane. Yeah. I mean, I think we spoke on it.
Yeah, we all spoke on it. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Mojo video package. Dude, guy's a warrior.
Yeah, he is.
He's
I really like this video package.
Oh, man. Talk about making Daddy Magic's nipples hard.
Yeah. And then, like, at the end where he just, like, turns to the camera.
Yes.
Like,
that's how you finish your video, bro.
I puckered up a little bit. I got to admit. That guy's
But
scared.
it's a pretty,
The Jesus in me. That's
it's
all.
a pretty heavy video package for, like, what are you gonna do with his return? Like, what direction after losing the title now at this point?
I think you just make him a wrecking ball and just let him tear through whatever he wants to do.
I mean, he could go international championship.
Yeah.
He could go for the Continental Crown. Like, there's plenty of places to go.
Yeah.
You know what? Have him destroy Jericho and give him the FTW title.
Yeah. That would entertain Taz to no end. Sick and tired hearing this. How it is. He has FTW belt. It makes me sick to my stomach. I'm sick of hearing it. Like, dude, get a grip. Get a grip. Tiffany says that she's popping in and she's gonna go to bed.
Glad to hear you're safe.
Yeah, nice to know that you're okay.
I live in Nashville. It's pretty hairy. It's gonna be like this all night. So, yeah. Buckle your seatbelt. It's gonna be a bumpy ride tonight. I promise. Anyways. Let's go to Big Bill and Jericho. They're taking on the Canadian Bureau of Interns. I don't know who these guys were. Obviously, they're local talent. I never heard hide or hear of these guys. Maybe they're known in Saskatchewan.
It kind of sounded like it. I heard it sounded like a couple people in the crowd popped for them, so it sounded like they are known vocals.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of shenanigans goes on in Edmonton. They have a horrible hockey team. So, I mean, what are you going to do? You're just going to go ahead and you're going to watch professional. You're going to watch wrestling in your local bar. Yeah. It happens.
2-1 is the matter of fact right now for Edmonton.
Anyways.
I just thought it's a really, really funny, but really bad things to say, and I'm not going to share them.
Well, here's the thing. The match itself was about 5 minutes too wait.
Yeah.
And I came up with a great idea. Because right now, honestly, like, you don't see the tutelage of Jericho with Big Bill. Unless it's being on a show that I don't watch.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Shouldn't Jericho have taken in the two local indie guys into his tree?
I mean, hey, local talent.
They're the fertilizer to make the tree grow.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, to mention the local talent, because I actually said that in the league chat. I'm like, I bet you they're going to either face some local talent or the Bollywood boys, one or the other. But no, it was local talent.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bollywood boys are for Saturday night.
That's a good. You know what? That probably will be seeing them live this Saturday.
They're
Yeah.
going to be dancing after the intro. I mean, it makes sense with Elton John, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this great idea for a video package.
Okay.
Collision, maybe.
That's going to be the Elite's new Collision
Yeah.
opening package. The Bollywood boys singing the Saturday Night's All Right to Fight by Elton John.
Okay.
I like it.
Man, I'm on fire tonight.
Bucket.
I think a great idea would be a video package of Jericho looking at tape with Big Bill and pointing stuff out that this is where you can improve, because it says that the community that this is a learning tree. At the same time, it also doesn't diminish the fact that you took this guy who was a former tag champion, who just happened to have nothing to do, and they gave him to Jericho.
And speaking of too long, the post-match promo was just ridiculous. That went on too long. I was like, man,
I agree. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was 1,000% the best segment of the night. That's my segment of the night, because he encaptured those fans and that character where he just waves.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That, and I'm like this may be the best Jericho has done in the last 15 years.
Ooh, high praise.
I mean, it's brilliant. Like, I didn't know where this was going, and now that I see where it's at and what its potential is, I like it.
I don't know. The list is still up there for me.
I was like, Jericho and KO is probably the best work he's ever done for me.
Yeah.
But I can see your point on this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
what kind of Pop-Tarts? Haney, what kind of Pop-Tarts?
He's getting the unfrosted strawberry.
Yeah.
That's my wife's favorite. Not as a shoot.
He's talking about having Canada Dry. All right. Anyways.
That's why I asked what kind of Pop-Tarts. I got to see what we can do.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
But it's the Podfather.
I know guys who work with
some. We don't negotiate. We just go in, extract, and get out.
Okay.
Yeah. Got a former effing Marine over here. He's the JFP, half Italian.
You know what? Some people say that I have some sweet ninja skills.
I've seen those. Damn impressive.
I got bow staff skills.
Are you in your garage with nunchucks and Crocs on?
Shane, you're half Japanese, right? So, like, it's just a rite of passage. Like, it's like a right for you. You're good.
Oh, yeah. It's just being a ninja's in my blood.
Yeah.
Man. Anyways.
Don't cancel me, please. No.
Tony Schiavone comes in and interferes and does his worst Schiavone impersonation. Hook is going to be back next Wednesday, and then Jericho's like, well, hey, we'll celebrate, just waving away. And I'm like, and then Big Bill with the big thumbs up, like, come on, dude. Yeah, there you go. Big explosion.
Ooh.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. They are, oh, God. I get warm and fuzzy just thinking about this. And thank God Vince is not in the wrestling business. There you go. Anyways, so
I will say one thing. I like that Jericho calls Big Bill a red tree or something like. I hope as he gets more people that he just gives everyone tree types of tree nicknames.
Rubber tree,
like spruce, like old willow, something like that.
That would be great.
Pine. Oh. Anyways, so
maple.
Does have a black belt in origami. I mean, I don't blame him. I've seen his work. It's pretty impressive. I mean, yeah. Very accurate. Anyways, let's go to our main event. Copeland and Brody King. My BFF forever, Brody King, 285-pound evil monster. Man's a bus. And he turns this into a no holds barred screw moves. I am going to destroy you. And that's exactly what he did while he was bleeding out of his head. And I'm not talking about like just trickle. The guy was gushing blood. He is inhuman.
That spot, that blood spot on from Brody King on the mat was ridiculously large. It's like it felt like it was his whole body. It was just a blood stain.
Yeah. The mat looked like literally like it was used in a Tijuana death match. Like it's just rusty red all over the place.
I just have to interject real quick, JFB. My cat was trying to get out of my office and then stopped because she heard the cicadas through the phone. And she was like, "What's going on?" And she was looking for him everywhere. So I had to like stop and like grab her and remove her from the premises.
It's a very dangerous situation.
That's hilarious.
But I face it. I face it every Wednesday night.
I got you, brother. Feel you right here. Anyways, anybody got anything to add about the main event?
Loved the match. It was fun.
Yeah.
Just once again, like I said, when AEW has a stipulation match, they actually embrace the stipulation.
Yes.
This was a match designed to make the coronation of Malachi Black. And I gotta admit, a black strap with a matte black gold finish.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's got color is just says TNT because you got to.
Oh, that's too much like a Purdue belt. I'd have to order that immediately.
Just saying.
That's going to be match of the night for sure. Like, there's no way to say it was. Like, I would definitely had to be the match of the like, especially when Brody spat the blood for that 1 second when he was laying on the outside too. Man, that was ridiculously.
It's like you're watching Sin City or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how much he was bleeding, man. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. He gigged a little too hard and a little too deep because he was bleeding like a sucked pig basically the entire match.
I believe Jay Uso would say, "Eat."
Wow. We get a Monet promo pass.
He'll be in a heel. They're pretty much setting up to be a heel once again.
Guess what? We've seen her heel. We've seen her face.
Yeah.
She's a big disgrace. I like to kick her can all over the place.
And it was obviously she wasn't in Edmonton. That was a pre-tape promo, too. It was more than obvious that was.
Yeah.
Well, that's only there just to give them time to change the bloody mat. That's all it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Well, they did a great idea. There was a great idea for a horrible job. It was horrible. Anyways, Copeland's in the back with Kyle O'Reilly. He insists that Kyle O'Reilly gives him a match. He said, "Up your bazoo." But you know what, kid? You got gumption. So he gives Kyle O'Reilly a match at Collision, not this week, but next week. Correct?
This Saturday.
It's just Saturday.
It's in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Me and Canada Dry
Because
are
it's
going to be
Kyle's
in for a treat.
hometown.
Yeah, me and Canada Dry are going to be in for a treat for the main event this Saturday, being there in person. I can't wait.
I hope live correspondence will be from our Canadian team.
Yeah.
Depends if I get kicked out of the building or not.
I mean, that's valid.
Is anybody
They didn't kick out the girl who's trying to show her breasts on national television.
It's like, hey, you're moose. You pay your moose, and you didn't pay enough.
No, instead of the titty people this week, it's going to be Shane with his shirt off next week. And Canada Dry is going to be pulling his shirt up like, "Hey."
Are you two sitting next to each other at the show?
No, pretty close. I think he's like 20 seats or a section over. So it's not that far from me.
No, that's not bad at all.
No.
That's a bathroom break meet. Like
Yeah.
texting back and forth. I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's meet. You guys meet. Then you go back to your seats. Then you watch some wrestling.
Let's go get a Molson and a pretzel and go watch this thing, eh, bud?
No,
Yeah.
it's Molson and poutine. Okay,
Yeah.
get it right.
Well, I thought that maybe since they're from Vancouver and British Columbia, they'd do it a little different.
It's all
Canada.
Canada.
It's Canada.
all
If you
the same.
tap a Canadian with a needle, 2.57% protein is in the blood.
That's
That's
true.
what I
That's
got
facts.
That's science.
That's facts. I can't deny facts.
Those numbers, but I'm telling you
I
that.
just want to say one thing about the post match with Copeland there. The first thing he said is like, is that why the whole reason why you did this? You could see from his promo earlier that the miss is taking effect in his mind. He's starting to question who he can trust, what people's motivations are. It's
Yep.
leading him towards a dark path. I'm excited to see where it goes.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun ride. Lest we forget too that Tony Schiavone called it when he said, "I think Adam Copeland wants to join the House of Black."
Ooh.
I missed that. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if I heard that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
yes, very interesting.
I may have taken a half a vitamin too much. Possible.
Absolutely.
That's what the JFB heard with the good ear. Not the bad ear. They don't hear shit. Good ear hears everything. Anyways, we get the EVPs. The elite. Not just the EVPs, the elite. They want to make AEW better.
They want to change the world.
They want to change the world. And they're going to
Doing there.
do it one break at a time. Then our TR comes on cue. So then we learn the identity of the two additional people that will be involved with the Anarchy in the Arena match set for Double or Nothing, which I think is bullshit. It should have been Blood and Guts, but that's just me. I digress. Number 3 is, well, I'm not even gonna go number. Not going in order. The last guy announced was Bryan Danielson. So finally, we get Bryan Danielson as a face.
Yeah, he actually came out the face title.
Yeah,
I didn't even think
Like
about
the
that.
first time ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then the third guy gets announced first, and clearly AEW and Tony Khan don't listen to us. Now, don't get me wrong. I have said on the show multiple times that I love this man, but I do not love. I hate the man for being in the position he's in. On this initial wave of anti-elite, Bryan Danielson is an amazing ad because he's going to taper off and eventually reform with BCC, and then they're going to do their shenanigans. Kingston just doesn't make sense. Not at all. And don't get me wrong, I love Eddie Kingston, but his place in this match is not being part of the face of AEW, because you wonder why serialized shows go in a certain order. And there's not much shock and awe every episode, because you never know who's going to start watching that night. So this was basically should have been cut and dry. It should have been Moxley. It could have been
Claudio.
Claudio. Apparently, Wheeler Yuta is in an iron lung. Nobody's heard from Hyder here since 1987.
I mean, FTR sure had some friends that could help. Jay Briscoe.
Yeah. Jay Briscoe would have been okay.
I'm sorry, Mark. Oh, whoa, Mark. Whoa. Yeah,
I think if he wasn't injured, it would have been Darby Allin.
Possibly.
Which would have been fantastic because that could have eventually led to a evil corporate goon that goes by the name Darby Allin.
I was really, really, really like hoping and praying with all my might that it was FTR and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh,
that's what when they said there was two people, I was like,
yeah,
please, like this is the perfect time to bring them in. I knew I should have figured it wasn't going to be them when Kenny Omega said it was the Elite versus Team AEW.
Yeah.
But a boy can hope and dream.
That's right. You keep those dreams alive.
I'm surprised one of them wasn't Ibushi, just being Kenny's connected.
Honestly, I'm so glad it wasn't Ibushi. He has not looked good in the handful of matches he's had in AEW.
Yeah, that's true.
And besides, I don't want to see Ibushi in this unless Kenny Omega is there.
And then now my question is, where does that leave Hangman? Because I kind of also thought that was possibly who was going to be joining as a mystery, but then nope.
The man in the middle, torn asunder by his allegiance. You have Nicholas and Matthew saying, "Please come back."
Just think of a tag team called the Roughnecks with Hangman and Jack Perry, but both of them with their scruffy beards and their long hair.
Yeah.
Looking like a couple of ranchers.
Looking like a couple of ranchers who can kick ass and chew bubble gum and they're all out of.
Or they could be called the Scapegoats. Hangman could go on and make it a two-hander and say that he was screwed over by Tony Khan too.
And Swerve.
Yeah, and Swerve.
Okay.
We get shenanigans, which is how the show ends, and rightfully so, because if you're going to promote anarchy in the arena, you have to have anarchy in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Spot on.
So this is going to be just a brawl for all. Why would the Elite want to get involved with that? That's like lowering their standards.
Well, Matthew Jackson did tell Kingston, "If you don't you dare hit me, and before you get it out," that's when Eddie hit him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was trying to exert his authority. Eddie said, "I don't care."
They already turned into a brawl at that point.
Hey, real quick, there's a new match announced for Saturday.
Yeah.
For Collision. It is Dax Harwood versus Dynamite Kid Tommy Billington. So I'm guessing that's Dynamite Kid's son, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. So,
Never heard of that person.
Me neither.
I think I might have actually heard that.
He definitely looks like the Dynamite Kid, so I mean
he doesn't have the Dynamite Kid's nose. If you know what I mean. Just saying.
It's awful snowy in Canada.
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Is it off?
Yeah, you're good.
Anyways, but I digress. Guys, we are near the end of our show. Holy Christopher Columbus. Holy ships ahoy.
It went on like 10 minutes longer than usual, too.
It did.
Much shenanigans, I'm sorry.
So we're gonna change up things a little bit. We're gonna do the flowers that we normally do. Best match, best segment, bell rating, 1 to 5. But then instead of favorite video game or favorite movie, I want to do favorite song. Song. that specifically gets you into another gear. Like you could be in the worst mood in the world, but by the end of that song, you are like, you're ready to tackle the world with your big boy pants on.
Damn, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't pick else a change because it usually does the opposite to me. Yeah.
So we're gonna go with Lord Ryan Rich first.
All right. So for my favorite segment, I feel like the ending is like the one of the obvious ones, but I'm gonna go back in mine. As soon as I saw it, I said, no matter what, this is gonna be my segment of the night, and it was the Miro segment. I mean, not Miro, the Samoa Joe segment. It was just phenomenal. I loved the way that it was, how the production was of it all. So that's my favorite segment. Favorite match, main event. It's just too good not to be. Really, really good. I feel like the show was very strong overall, and I'm going to give it a 4.47.
Wow.
And then song that gets me going. I would say for all you hip hop and rap fans from the year 1996, there's a guy by the name of Twista from Chicago who released a song called Adrenaline Rush.
Okay.
That gets me going.
All right. Sugar Shane. Showtime.
Gonna have to go with Jack Perry in the promo. Favorite match was the last match, the main event. Edge versus Brody was sick. Those two worked well together for no DQ match, and I don't know. It just really felt like a long night. It just felt like a lot. It almost felt like a lot to digest on a like a pay-per-view nights usually do to you and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say it's horrible. I'm gonna give it a 3.9.
Okay.
I can't quite give it a 4 because there was a lot of things that pissed me off, like the Serena D promo and things along that nature. But
Fair enough.
All right.
And what's your song?
Yeah.
Oh, Cowboys from Hell by Pantera.
Yeah. You cannot beat that. Holy cow.
Okay.
Woo.
So my match of the night, I'm with you guys. The main event, absolutely loved it. My promo or my segment, like as much as the end angered me, I'm going with Swerve because I just love listening to Swerve talk. He's so good at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good song. But and I'm giving this like I said, there's some stuff that angered me. Like Eddie Kingston being at the end of the show just completely ruined it for me. But I'm giving it a 3.75.
Wow.
And then my song, like this is a song that gets me pumped up. It's Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force.
Okay.
I love that song.
Pretty sure that song was like Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that's where I heard the song from originally, Guitar Hero. But I listen to it and it just gets me going. I love it.
Yeah. I know in the past I've talked about the shit sandwich show. Something good, something bad, something good, boom. Well, there was more shit than there was sandwich. That's all I'm saying. Those cookies were really thin, but they made up for it.
So it was a mega stuff Oreo is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like trying to fit 10 pounds of bologna in a 5-pound sack. That's how much suckitude we had. So, anyways, my favorite match, obviously, the main event. That'd be stupid not to. But, the opening match was a close contender.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stick with my guns here.
It's a certified doozy.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna stay with the main event. Favorite segment, Swerve. Come on. You had to set up to give people a reason to buy the pay-per-view, to get invested in. I mean, it's obvious that there's a working relationship between the family and EVPs. I mean, it was alluded last week. This week it was full blatantly just right there. Literally, they're shaking hands, talking about doing business with each other.
You literally said it's the start of a beautiful working relationship.
Yeah, which is something that a serial killer says to you right before he kills you. Then decides to make a skin suit out of you. But I digress. Anyways. So yeah, that was my favorite segment. You know what? I can't give this a good score. I really want to, but I'm gonna go 3.5. This was a really
wow.
I like the progress they made in certain areas. The swerve situation, I think, saved this show. I think the main event saved this show. Because to be honest with you, yeah. The Serena Deeb promo was horrible.
Yeah, it sucked the wind out of the show.
If I am a person who's teaching someone how to cut promos and I say, you're not understanding, this is the promo that you're reminding me of, and play that, should make you feel shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Okay.
Shame. Okay.
Just
what do we got, Joe?
Well, first off, JFB's got to tell us his song.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Kickstart My Heart, Motley Crue. That's one of them.
Yes. Love that song.
I was waiting for some sort of 80s like rock.
Yeah. Like,
especially considering what the alleged story is behind that song.
Yeah, he overdosed, and the
and the EMT had to shove adrenaline in his heart, literally kickstarting his heart.
And mine was adrenaline rush, so apropos.
Yep. But our score is 3.905.
See, I brought it up to respectable. You're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, you did. My God, something needed to say. Yeah, like. Certain segments were saved by certain people. You certainly saved.
You know what? Canada Dry, this was for you, buddy. I believe in AEW.
Sir, that's how much I hate Eddie Kingston. It ruined the show for me.
That is slander at the very least.
Anybody but him.
I love my fat schlub.
You go right ahead.
Anyways, guys, that's it. That's the end of the show. Cumulative scores, this and that. How do I get in touch with you guys? All those links down there. I don't know where they take you. They can take you to some like Russian mail order bride site. I have no idea. But regardless, if you want to, click a Rooney, baby. Click those things because you're going to find how to send us money, how to do all this, how to do all that. You know what? Buy a shirt. I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, in all honesty, we love making shirts. I mean, like the All Effing Wrestling shirt, the I Heart AFW shirt. Change really quickly and gave us a butt shot. It's all good. He's got the excellence. Yeah, he's got the
shades of excellence.
Yeah, the shades of excellence. Guys, go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling and get your wrestling gear. Show the world how much you love us. Our Sunday shenanigans. On behalf of Lord Ryan Rich, Showtime Sugar Shane on the EVP, the evilest of GMs, or so I hear. GM Joe.
It's debatable.
Yeah. And this guy right here, the sweet looking mug, is the JFB. Who wants to do the sign off? That just keep fighting.
I think Lord Ryan Rich should do it.
Hit me with it, brother. Fill me with
All right. Well, folks, we are coming up. We are in the full-fledged of spring. So I advise everyone, if you are feeling down, if you got those feelings of depression, I urge you, get outside for at least 15 minutes. Feel the sunshine, the warmth of the sun, get that vitamin D, because it's okay to be down, but it's not okay to stay down. And you've always got friends right here who are ready to help you fight. And remember to just keep fighting.
God, I couldn't have said it any better. Hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Get ready.